Hey guys, welcome back to Giving Unbothered, the podcast. We've had an eventful weekend.
We actually haven't really spent the weekend together.
Alana has been with me. Her suitcase is here, but we haven't actually been.
My case is here, but I'm not.
What can I say?
What can you say?
Can't remember.
Well, okay, so I came back in the morning and I came to get some shit from my case, and I'm phoning and I'm phoning.
Where did you come from, Lance? You're trying to call me out, but sorry.
I was out and about. I was gallivanting the streets. And I came home and I was phoning, and I was like, she's not picking up. And then she was like, sorry, like my phone was in the living room. And I was like, that's all right. And I walked through the door, and do you know like Grandpa Joe from the Willy Wonka when he's all tucked in bed? And I came in and I was like, whoa, like there was makeup all over her face. She looked white. That there was tons. And when I say tons, I mean tons of alcohol just chilling on the table. And I thought, Yalka doesn't have like afters here. Like this has never happened before. Like usually like it's spick and span. And I thought, what the fuck has happened here? Like I'm gone for one night, and that's what I come back to.
I know, that's literally what happens when Alana leaves my side. I make stupid decisions.
Stupid decision.
I
Black out. Yeah.
blacked out.
I was like, what did you do? She was like, I can't remember.
I don't know. It was a good weekend, but I'm still recovering. I can feel it. The age. Gosh, it's...
Age.
Oh, but here we are.
Here we are.
We're
still filming.
We're going to be answering you guys' questions on all things SEX.
Our favourite thing to talk
I'm
about.
trying to be mindful. Me and Alana were talking about it earlier because some of our previous episodes, obviously, we talk so openly about things and the language we use.
YouTube have flagged us.
Exactly. So we're trying to be mindful of how we say things now.
Which I need to be really careful with, because I'm like, yeah, she was licking her big
Beep, 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 beep. But we got in a few questions from you guys on Instagram on our stories. Please, if you have questions, always feel free to DM us as well. Like, we love seeing your questions.
Because me and Yalka, we're not that creative anymore. The creative juices aren't flowing, so we need some inspiration.
So shall we dive in?
Let's dive.
First question, your opinion about scissoring and tribbing. Does it exist or just a mythos, especially scissoring? And I know Alana and I have different opinions on this for once.
No, I know what you think I'm going to say, and I am still sticking with my point that I've said. I've made a few passing comments. I think it's a bigger thing. No, rewind. I think it's made to be a bigger thing than what it is. Like, yeah. I think that as soon as you hear lesbians, you're like, yeah, scissoring, you know, like rubbing the together. And I'm like, no.
I'm already thinking of what I'm going to have to bleep out to censor. I was actually doing so well.
Rubbing the minis together, sorry.
The roses.
If I need to keep it PG, rubbing the yonis together.
There we go.
It loses impact.
I know.
I think it's very... I don't know. Some people don't enjoy it. I don't particularly love it. I feel like if it's good, then it's great. If it's shit, then it's really shit. It's really boring, and my thigh gets cramps, and I get bruises, and like I get sore, and like not even like I'm not gonna get into it, but I don't know. I think it can be fun for a little, and I'm trying to make myself not seem like a boring lesbian. Like, yeah, I hate scissoring. No, I don't hate it, but
I feel like there is a lot of women, loads of lesbians that don't do it.
There are tons of lesbians, and there are also tons that fucking live, laugh, love scissoring. So
I just think with like anything you do, not even just specifically scissoring, but anything, it just really depends on like who you do it with
and the chemistry
you have. Gosh, how am I gonna explain this? The feel for each other, the touch.
Elaborate. What do you mean by that? Elaborate.
Do you actually know what I mean?
No, I don't.
Oh. Like, I feel like the way you touch each other is such like...
No,
Alana is looking at me.
I know, I'm curious.
You're judging.
I'm not judging.
Okay.
I'm intrigued.
So, with anyone, you always have, like, a specific connection, chemistry between the two of you, right? And I feel like with anything in SEX... Is there another word we can use for that?
Shagging.
Does YouTube... God knows.
Sex. I think you can say sex. Sex is... We've said sex in other
Yeah,
episodes.
okay, sex.
I love how much she's like, sex.
Anything you do within that, if it's good or not depends on like the way you touch each other, the feel for it. I don't know how to explain
the only thing you've said is, yeah, so it depends on the feel of it. So like anything you do during sex, like it just kind of depends on the feel of it during the sex, you know? Like it always depends on the feel.
No, I didn't explain anything. No, what I mean, okay, a good example, not an example. I'm not actually going to explicitly give an
give us
example.
visuals.
No, I'm
Get
not
on a
gonna-
force, but
Not the barking again. No. The pressure, the pace,
the pressure, the pace, the feeling, the momentum, the angles, the position.
yes.
No, I get what you mean.
There is a lot of different things that come, and that's what I mean with like the feel of it, because
Okay, no, one thing I will say with scissoring, I get what you mean.
yeah, I wasn't even speaking
the
about
ex-
no, I wasn't even speaking about scissoring specifically. Yeah, I do have my thing to say on that as well.
Oh,
but you
let's
go.
say.
Well, I said this before on the podcast. I think it needs to be like a match, like it's a
Yeah.
puzzle. With some people it might be nice, with some people it might not be, and I feel like it's a puzzle. But that's also what I mean with like anything you do in sex. It's a puzzle. It needs to be a match. You need to like.
We have said on the episodes before, haven't we?
Yeah.
Like you can both be great people in bed, but together doesn't mean it's going to be great. Like also
No.
depends on like power play. Like if both of you want to be like the dominant top person, as much as that can be like cool sometimes,
Yeah.
sometimes it just really causes like an uncomfortable dynamic with both of you because you're both just getting really frustrated. But yeah, it you need to be like sexually compatible, even if it's not emotional.
Alana knows how to put it in words. Exactly what she's saying.
I know what you mean. I can translate Yelka.
Exactly. But yeah, I feel like I don't think it's a myth. I just
No.
think it depends on who you do it with and if you're compatible in that sense.
I think it's mainly straight people that assume that all lesbians can do is scissor.
Because they don't know what it can look like.
Resources we've got out there.
Exactly.
Walk into a Soho sex shop and you'll see. Walk into Prowler and you'll...
Some of them are scary, not gonna lie.
It is really scary. The thing is, though, because when I picture scissoring, I picture, like, this isn't how it happens, but this is how I picture it in my head. Both of you literally just laying on your backs. Like, legs intertwined. I think it... No, I know. And I know that's literally, like, I've not obviously ever done it like that. That's fucking weird. But that's
Why
just
do you like...
literally just, like, basically two scissors, but as people... I don't know. But then, like, I prefer it, and I think this is different. But like we said before, like, when I'm having sex with someone, if I like them, I like to feel like I'm having sex with the person and I'm not just having sex to have sex.
Yeah.
I think depending on the position you're in makes it feel different. So, like, you can scissor someone with them kind of, like, sitting on top of you. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
your legs, like, wrapped around each other. Like,
Yeah.
that, I feel like is... That feels better to me than if you were just fucking going ham on each other's just going crazy.
Going ham.
Going ham on that shit.
No, I know what you mean.
You know? Like, I think it depends on, like, if you're holding each other.
No, but that's the thing. I feel like when I also said with the touch, that those are the things I mean. It's when you
yeah.
do have an actual emotional connection there as well, you'll do it differently. You know, you're
Yeah.
not just sitting there in a position and like rubbing up to each other.
It's intentional.
It's intentional that it will be different. So that's why I think it depends on so many factors, whether you like it or not.
Yeah. Next question.
Bring it on.
Would you rather your partner injure their wrist or fingers or their tongue? So wrist/fingers or their tongue.
See? Oh, I feel like I don't know.
But then if they injure their tongue, does that mean you can't really kiss?
No, did they say injure or just not have a tongue? Like
They said injure.
injure.
Yeah. So basically it's if you want to get finger licked out.
Well, for the sake of like kissing as well.
Okay, let's not say kissing. Let's say they can, like, they've got some who they can work with if they were kissing you.
So the tongue is not injured for kissing. Come on, make it make sense.
Okay, well, it's a theoretical question. Let's say you weren't kissing anyway, you were just fucking. No kissing involved, no attachments.
Oh, you know what? Actually, I think I'm gonna say this time injure their tongue.
I would say injure their tongue.
Yeah.
Because, like,
I feel like there is more you can do with your hands.
because even if, like, someone's going down on you, I feel like it feels better when they still are using their hands. Like, I think the tongue on its own, I'm like, that can only really get you so far. I mean, in the long, I don't want that to be going on for like 2 hours.
Yeah, no, I
need
know
some
what you mean.
diversity.
But yeah, injure the tongue. Because then I feel like as well I want to say with hands you can also still like feel the touch then. Because if they injure their hands or wrist, you wouldn't be able to like feel
Everything
touch.
else.
But then I'm like, you can still kiss. Well, long story short, injuring the tongue.
I agree.
Not much more I can say to that.
No.
Before I make it like very icky for myself. Because that's what I'm a pro at.
Yeah.
Okay, next question.
Yeah.
Would you rather have sex without kissing or sex without looking into each other's eyes?
Sex without kissing.
Same. I feel like the eyes are a whole other level of
It's
kissing.
yeah.
Connecting.
Like I love kissing. Like if I'm having sex, if I'm with someone, love kissing them. Like would be kissing them the whole time. But I have such a thing, and like I know you've said, like you say this in every episode, like Yelka's a for eye contact. But like
yeah.
during sex, I feel like there's something. If you're having like intimate sex, like I've slept with people, and I've wanted them to like stare into my eyes, and they're like,
You're like trying to make them
I'm
look
like,
at
look at me, and they're just like eyes completely shut. I'm thinking, am I that ugly? Like, why do you literally not want to look in any proximity of this direction? And it makes you kind of just feel like a fleshlight. Like, why?
I feel like it doesn't make you feel human. Then I
No.
feel like I'm just there being used.
just a
Just a yoni.
I'm just a yoni with legs. Like, why are you not looking at my face? But like, you just feel so like connected. And I also think when you're having sex, and like, some people aren't going to agree with this either. Yoga is the pro of like the whole spirituality stuff, but I get this part. Like you said before, like you're exchanging energies. That you're literally inside of each other.
So proud of you to bring this up.
I thought you'd like that one, and like. I just think that's such like a personal intense thing.
It is. I just think it makes you feel so much more connected, and it takes it sex not being just sex.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Agreed.
Cheers.
Thoughts about a suffix liking more male, gay, corn.
We're keeping it nice.
Keeping it PG.
For YouTube. I've never watched it.
Okay.
Male gay. No.
Male gay. Would you?
Doesn't really appeal to me.
Okay.
Like, obviously I'll watch two women,
Yeah.
but male gay, no.
What about straight
Ooh, scares me.
Scares
No.
you? To be fair,
No, it
straight
scares-
is disgusting. Like, in general is quite disgusting. The way that they portray sex in general
It's just like
is not how
women are
view
being
it.
used in when it comes to like the straight ones. Women are being used as an object.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm like a bit like, oof, but
Yeah.
it's scary. No, I'm not into the straight ones.
I'm not into the straight.
Not into the straight ones. Trying to talk about this without actually using the word is so
Yeah.
difficult.
Stop rubbing your straight sex in my face. Thank you very much. Don't want to see that on my corn sites.
What about you though?
I never even thought about it. Like, never even thought about watching it. And then someone that I was dating, like speaking to, mentioned that they like it. And I was like,
Male
Huh.
gay.
male gay. And they were like, that is what turns me on the most. And like, they were gay, like obviously a gay woman. And I was like, huh? Like, do you know when something really baffles you? Because I was like, I can't comprehend that. I watched it because I was curious. And I can kind of see it.
Really?
I mean, I don't look at their little wieners. Their little whatever they've got going on.
Wieners.
Yeah, as soon as I said that, I was like, you could have said anything else. And I don't think like yum. I actually think like, but I don't know. It's not a personal favorite by any means, but like, I get it. It's not what you think it would be.
I mean, I can't say I've never watched it.
When I go home tonight, send me a little 5-star review. Just literally sit there with a cup of tea, just watch it. You don't even do anything. Just watch it. Let me know your thoughts.
No, that's...
I'm curious. Just sit there, watch like some of them have good storylines.
We do it for the storyline.
Yeah, like
I don't know. I don't really have like any specific thoughts because I feel like that's such a personal question that depends on from person to person. I don't really think there's like a generalized thing when it comes to sapphics watching. Moving on. Have you ever inhaled or been choked by your partner's head hair? We have long hair and always will. Actually, let me quickly check because I know she did message us as well. So she actually sent us a DM on Instagram as well because she wanted to explain it a bit more. But her and her girlfriend both have long hair and it often ends up in their mouths or wrapped around their necks or nearly pulled out during sex.
It does.
I mean, I got a bob, so do you.
I was going to say thank you for saying that. When you had longer hair, though, like we've both had long hair.
Yeah.
I mean, I never had long hair when I was in a relationship, so I can't really relate. Did you? Was it like a problem for you?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I feel like there is not much you can do about it unless you put it up in a ponytail. But then I find like it because you're moving around, like
It comes out.
It comes out, or I think like whoever you're with can just like pull it back.
Yeah, they can. No, but there's something brilliant because sometimes I grab it in the wrong angle and you're like, this is not attractive.
I know, it's like,
Like, can you not? My face is asymmetrical.
But I feel like, yeah, that's something you'll always struggle with. Either help your partner out.
I think it's more so if like you're in the bed and you're like going down south.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that you're like
the hair like everywhere.
out. And like then you're like suckling on your own hair. Like, just
Yum.
really
Just
good.
selling the dream here.
The thing is though, like from where obviously like we've got short hair, like my hair's so short at the back that like I get like a little mini mullet. Like people think that I've got like an undercut grown out and I'm like, no, my hair's just really short. So like when I put it up, I've got like this own little bob at the back. So I'm like, if I do my hair up during sex, like no one's gonna want to have sex with me.
But I find like with short hair, you don't have to do it up. It doesn't like it doesn't bother me. There is nothing with the.
It bothers me because I say if they're
Oh,
there
maybe
and
yeah.
like,
If you're on
of
top,
them kissing.
yeah. No, then yeah.
Yeah, I'm on top, babe.
So am I.
Like it doesn't bother me. I'm laying down, my head's back on the pillow.
No, because as I said that, I was actually picturing being on top.
That is so funny. We was at an event. We was at an event on the weekend, and
I
one
knew
of
you were gonna bring this up.
I wasn't, but that conversation's made me laugh, and it's very funny because it's related. So we were standing up, and I don't know how we got into the conversation.
I don't know.
I don't know because someone said she mentioned my height. I think
Could be. I feel like that's where it went downhill for me the evening, so I can't recall much.
it did, and she was like, "Lana, you just give off like dom femme," and I was like, thank you very much. And then I looked at Yelka, and Yelka went, and then Kitty went, you don't. And then Yelka was like, huh? Like what? And then we turned to our other turned to our other friend, and we were like, asked the same question. She went, dom femme. She went, no, I don't see that for you. And Yelka was sitting there like,
I give
come
up.
on, guys.
Whatever.
I mean, then you even said, yeah, I'm not a dom femme. You were getting so upset. And then we were like, are you? You're like,
I'm a switch.
no, if I have to be. People love switch. We love the switches.
Yeah,
Like, I'm a switch. I don't want to be top all the time.
exactly.
That's so boring.
But yeah, I'm not gonna say anything more to
That's all
that.
she's got to say.
That's all I gotta say.
I have a question for Miss Yelka.
Oh, she's gonna call me out.
No, I'm not. What are your opinions on sleeping with someone on the first date? Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Well, I've done it in the past.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like lots of people make these things of like they're not gonna take you serious if you sleep on the first date. But then at the same time, I'm also like we're all adults. Like if you genuinely like someone, you're vibing and you're getting into that situation.
Yeah.
I'm also like, why not? We're adults.
Yeah.
As long as there is communication that you know you're both on the same page. You know,
Yeah.
like if it's a thing where one of the two is looking for something serious, the other one isn't, and you don't know that about each other, then obviously after you sleep together and then if you don't hear the other person, you're the one looking for a relationship, then it's a bit like, ooh. But if you know genuine intentions and you're both looking for something serious and you're just vibing, yeah. Go for it. Why not?
Like, yeah, fuck them.
Don't take my advice.
No, I think
That's why I'm
it
still
is-
single.
How's that going for you, baby? No.
So well.
You're getting there. I do think it makes a difference, and I think I feel as though that, and I think that I've kind of projected that onto myself and other people, is that when people have slept with me or like wanted to sleep with me so soon, I think I'm like, you just want me for sex. But then I've felt like I could sleep with someone on the first date or the first time I've saw them, and I know that I want something serious. I feel like it's because you know your intentions with it, but I think you never know their intentions. So I think unless you've had a conversation prior, I think it can be a bit of a risky business, because like if we go on a date, we have sex, the next day you're like don't actually want anything, I do feel a bit lied to a little bit
if you don't have the conversation.
Yeah, just because I feel like, but then I've also said like then it's also on you, like you said, like you're an adult, like you can ask the question if they
exactly.
So
yeah.
Do you get scared having sex with someone for the first time?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Me too. I get so scared.
It is so scary because you don't know what the other person likes. Like it takes a while to get to know someone's preferences.
Yeah. Everyone is so different.
So different.
People have such different preferences with like people's bodies. And like sometimes I have a thing, I'm like, oh my god, if they're like a tit kind of gal, they're gonna be very disappointed with me. Like sometimes if I'm in bed, I'm like, oh my god, I feel like I'm just like a little guy. Like
no, they should have the same.
Laying in the bed, and I'm like, I'm shy. Like if they get up, I'm like, okay, can I get a shirt now? Can I get covered up my pants?
You should owe your body.
No.
Should be like, I got a small tit, so what?
They're accessorized, bitch.
Exactly.
No, I'm getting better at that.
We're gonna play a little myth or fact game. Focus on WLW.
Shagging.
The first one. Myth or fact. Scissoring is safe from STIs.
Myth.
Exactly.
Me and Yoko had this conversation the other day. You don't get taught about same-sex sex in school.
No.
Like, I mean, I don't know if you do any more, like, now, and I think you do, but I mean, I certainly didn't in school. Like,
I can't even remember, like, the classes I got on sex in school. Did I even get them? Surely I must have.
I feel like you would have it on some level. The only thing that I remember is the whole... I mean, some people had bananas, some people had cucumbers. I think I had a cucumber. And they, like, the sex ed people from, like, clinics would come over and would, like, go around the classes and teach you how to put a condom on.
Yeah.
And I snapped it every time. I would have about 10 kids by now
sign.
if I was straight. Like, I couldn't hack it. I couldn't do it. I didn't have the hand-eye coordination.
Made to be a lesbian.
Yeah, quite literally. Like, that should have been the first sign. I was sitting there and everyone was, like, giggling and, like, wanking off these cucumbers. And I was like... where are the scissors at? Like, can we play that game? You don't get taught. And
no.
I guess in like some classes, I remember learning about like different family types, but like that was very
pretty much it.
Very
I feel
limited.
Like that's the thing, because people only learn about actual penetration. People think you can only attract an STI from penetration, but skin to skin you can also like contract something from that.
Yeah.
So still gotta be safe, guys, and test yourself.
Yeah, there's just not much about, I feel like STIs and things in general in school, like there's not, like most of the time I've had to do like education myself on like Google since leaving school about it. Like I don't really remember anything I learned about that in school.
I mean, I don't even remember if they even taught us anything. I genuinely can't. I don't think we had a class of like with a banana and a cucumber. I don't think we had that.
Okay, I want your opinion on this, because I see a lot of differences on like TikTok, because obviously I feel like people parent slightly different now as well. There's like soft parenting, I feel like there's harsh parenting. So like when you're younger, do you know we change our language differently to make it more sensitive and like PG when it comes to like sex? When I was younger, my mum would teach me and like my sister when we were little that our vaginas were called minis.
I remember you saying that recently with your sister, of like, why do we call it minis?
Mini. And like I think a lot of kids growing up had like different names for what they like used to call it. And like when I raise, and like I get why, but I feel like when I raise my kids, like they're gonna know their vagina's a vagina. Like I'm not telling them how to say the word like, do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, babe, that's your minge. Like, that's like, it's your vagina.
I just think, I don't know why there is such a taboo around like those terms, while it's not even set in any sexual explicit way, because that's just the autonomy, and what we, it's the same like calling
anatomy.
And autonomy is something.
I love how I was like, autonomy.
You were like correcting me. It's anatomy. It's the same way as we call lips, or like a hand. No, but like genuinely, it's just like the name of the part of your body. So I don't know why when it comes to those like specific parts of our body, it becomes so taboo to speak about it.
I feel like as people, we like make, and maybe it's just because as the generations are going on, like we are just so much more like open about things. Like I know that some people that like other generations, like older, maybe that I know, might watch the episodes and be like, why is Lana speaking about this on the internet?
Oh, my mom asked me already a few times, and she's like, why? It's fine you have a podcast, but why do you feel like you need to be so open about certain parts of your life?
And it's like, why not? Like,
it's just a conversation.
Yeah, like, you've had sex. Like, that's how I'm here, bitch. Like,
no, literally.
What? So people have been having sex since forever. Like, I don't know why it's such a like a taboo thing. Like, need to keep that like locked up. Like, can't be known that we rub our fannies together. Like,
but then exactly also the reason why like us now speaking about it is because there is not a lot out there on same-sex sex.
No.
Unless they do it in school now. I have no idea if they actually do it in school.
No. And even if you research it, all that's going to come up is scissoring.
No, literally, it's like scissoring, like,
yeah.
Barely speaking about strap-ons.
Yeah.
There is not much on, like, strap-ons.
No. And, like, that, when I first was having sex with women, that to me was such a scary thought because I knew nothing about it. Like, I was like, oh my God, no, that's, like, really kinky. Like, that's, like, bondage and shit. And I'm like, no, like, it's just because you don't know about it. But then I don't know, I just think sex is sex. I feel like people just really deep things too much, like, and I think everything's so secretive and dirty. Like, why do as people we make everything so like dirty?
Yeah, like, why can it not just be an open conversation where we learn and grow and share wisdom.
And share wisdom. And enlighten each other. Yeah. Myth or fact? You should use protection when sharing sex toys.
I forgot this isn't like a personal thing.
You're like, this is actually truth.
Yeah. Myth or fact? You should use protection.
Mm-hmm.
What?
So
put a condom on. I mean, I would say myth because you can boil the strap on.
You could boil the strap on for sure. Well, it actually says fact. It says condoms on toys and cleaning between uses is protective and respective.
Well, also, let me just say, I wouldn't use it with anyone that I'm not exclusive with.
Would you use... Okay, say if you had a strap here. Just chilling.
Just chilling in the corner.
Just chilling in the corner.
Getting dusty.
Yeah, collecting dust. And you've used it on your ex-girlfriend once. Literally, you bought it, you shagged, broke up a week later. Would you use that strap with another person, even though you've used it on someone before?
Well, if it was only once...
Why does that make a difference?
I don't... Maybe less emotional attachment to it? No.
I've never looked at a strap and thought, I've got a connection to you. I can't bin you. We were emotionally connected.
Yeah, memories.
Do you get emotionally connected to your vibrators?
Well, if I were to use it on someone else, I would. Like, memories.
Yeah, you click the on button, it just projects like all the times you had sex, just runs the sex tape.
Not like that, but just, it's the same as like looking at anything you get from your partner. Like,
no,
I don't hold on. Like, when I break up with someone, I'll get rid of like everything I got. Like,
so I do get what you're saying. If it was like a long-term relationship, I'm very much different relationship, different strap on.
Yeah.
If it's just, okay, say you've used it 5 times.
Yeah, then get another one.
Yeah.
Would you?
If it was a relationship, if it was like a strap that we used, then I would get a new one. But if it was literally like once.
So you would strap once?
What do you mean if I was strapped once?
Would
Well,
you-
in the situation, it was like you've bought it, you've shagged, and then like you broke up like a week later.
I mean, yeah, true. In that situation, okay.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't buy a strap just to strap once. But yeah, one and done. Nice.
Yeah, no, fair. But then to go back to the question though, would you use protection?
No. I
You
wouldn't.
just clean it, surely, like scrub it, whatever.
I mean, I've already told you that I broke the condoms on the cucumbers, so like it would be pointless for me. I'd burst holes in it regardless.
Yeah,
And plus, I'm just like, if you're both free from STDs, you're good, you're chill, or you've got communication, like you both know each other's situations, and you're not sleeping with anyone else. There's no need to wrap it up.
exactly. That's what I was thinking. Like,
So yeah,
unless you're literally using it every week on another person,
yeah.
questionable. Don't do that.
You heard it from Yelka first.
I mean, honestly, no offense. If you do it, go for it. Live your best life.
you make me laugh so much. Yelka, we're very much like you can have your own opinions on things. Like I'm not very easily offended. Like if I get easily pissed off, but I'm not easily offended. And like if someone says something that like if they mug something off that I do, I'm just like, oh whatever, like each to their own. And like Yelka has the same opinion, but Yelka is just so scared of upsetting someone that she says something. She's like, but if you do that, all love, no offense, like come here, I'll give you a kiss, like it's fine.
Because in the end,
We're gonna put a disclaimer at the start of every episode. If we say something to offend you, we don't mean it.
I don't mean it. Everyone's welcome here, whether you strap on a one-night stand or not.
Whether you wear sex during socks during sex or not.
All welcome.
Thoughts on getting tested before sleeping with someone new?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Do you think that's a necessity? Like, would you be with before like you're with someone properly?
But then what do you mean with like being with someone properly? Because it's like, it depends on the situation. If you just, okay, to go back to what we said earlier, imagine like you have a date with someone, you've barely spoken before, but then when you do meet up, you're actually getting along really well, and you're like, actually, you know what, I wouldn't mind sleeping with this person. You can't just quickly be like, guys,
Let me put my finger real quick, send it to the lab.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it depends on the situation. If you are into someone and you haven't slept together yet and you have been on a few dates, I do think it's a good thing to get tested
Yeah.
before sleeping together for the first time.
It's ideal, isn't it?
It's ideal, but it doesn't happen often that you're in that situation where you can actually do that.
That you can plan it.
Like,
Let's get tested then on this day at this time we can have intercourse.
that takes away like the
usual bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do think, I mean, I would say that like I would like my partner to get tested even if we've already had sex, but I mean, it might be too late by then, but you can get rid of stuff. So, but I feel like it's nice just to know you're in the clear.
Yeah, and I think just in general, I do feel like anyone who's sexually active should get tested regularly.
Yeah.
I like, even if it's for yourself, you know, like I just think it's a good thing to do.
Yeah,
Get
because
tested.
if you sleep with one person, you're also sleeping with all the people that they've slept with. It's not just like,
Oh, that's a whole net.
it's a whole net. Like, you might just be like, I've literally just slept with that one person. Okay, but if that one person slept with 200 people, you've slept with 201 people. Like, you have got all of that risk in that one person. So, like, get tested. Get tested.
We're protesting.
We're protesting.
Protesting.
That's smart.
I only picked up on it
That's
now.
really smart. Yeah, that's good.
Myth or fact, and this one is inspired by something I saw on TikTok this morning, actually.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a mask, it means you're a top. If you're a femme, it means you're a bottom.
We know this is a myth.
Exactly.
That is one thing, and I say this very often. The one thing I don't like about I wouldn't say don't like about being a lesbian, but I get frustrated about just in like daily conversations is all of the labels that come with it and all the boxes like femme, mask, tomboy femme, top, bottom, switch, pillow princess, chapstick lesbian, lipstick lesbian, like all of
So
it.
many.
I'm just like, can I just breathe and
Be myself.
have sex with a person that I want? Like, it's all too much. Like, I think that there are so many expectations in the community that if you dress that way, you act that way. If you're femme, then you're a bottom. If you're this, and I'm like, Huh?
Because we said this before as well. Someone can be masc presenting, but inside be very girly. You know, when it comes to like at the end, we're just a girl.
We're just a girl. Just a girl.
But that's the thing. I feel like there is a lot of expectations when it comes to like how you present yourself. Then people automatically connect that to, oh, you must be this or you must be that.
It becomes your whole identity.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that I never want to do. And I don't think I could be with someone that's very, like, I'm this kind of lesbian. And, like, that's kind of their whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, and I love that for you. Like, I love that you know who you are and things. But sometimes I think it's then less to do with knowing who you are and how you want to be perceived. Like, oh, I need to be like this during sex. I need to be dominant during sex because, like, I'm the more masculine presenting one, or I'm this. And I don't know. I find it frustrating. And I think it just makes you less authentic because you're trying to fit in a box of what you think lesbians want from you.
Yeah. And I also think, like, especially when it comes to very often, it's like, oh, femmes only can be bottoms because they're so you know, or like even the other way, like masc.
Yeah.
But like the TikTok I saw was actually very specific on like, as a femme, you can't be a top.
But also, regardless on your personality, people's bodies, like, some people genuinely just don't like things inside of them. So,
Yeah.
like, some people are tops because they genuinely don't like being fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, to that extent, like, people like so many different things. And I just think it's just like, you can have sex in any which way that you want to. Like, you couldn't give less of a shit. I just think it's stupid. I think it's fucking stupid.
It is stupid.
It's fucking stupid.
You do what you like.
Exactly.
No matter how you present yourself, or just if you have your preferences, go for it.
Go for it.
Go for it.
Do you find telling people what you like during sex an awkward conversation? Like, not during sex, like, but you know, like, before, if you're just having a conversation, you're like, so what are you into?
I used to, like, when I was younger, I used to find talking about sex very awkward. Look at me now, so many years later, talking publicly
On the
about
internet.
everything. But no, I used to really struggle with that. And now I feel like because I'm more confident with myself and my sexuality, but also like in my own journey of knowing what I like, now I don't mind. I think that's actually quite hot. Like,
Yeah.
someone who knows what they like and tell you like, oh, do this to me because that
Yeah.
turns me on. I'm like, that's hot.
No, I agree. I think people think it's some, like, awkward conversation. It's like, no, that's actually really sexy.
You just make it awkward. You know, if you think
Yeah.
it's awkward, you're making it awkward.
But also, like, if you don't know what you like, that's okay. Like, you can figure that out. I
Yeah.
feel like some people get so embarrassed. They're like, oh my God, like, I actually don't know what I enjoy or what I like. And I'm like, that's fine. Like, you can say that to people. Like, you can
Yeah.
try things. Like, if you're with them, or like it's someone that you feel comfortable with, like, that can be like its own little journey. Like, that could be fun.
Yeah, that can be something that you bond over, you know,
Yeah.
like have that journey.
Like, let's figure
together.
this out. Let's try it all.
But yeah, no, I think it's very hot to talk about sex.
Oh yeah.
And that's the end of the episode, guys. We do plan on like speaking more about this, hopefully in the next few, like,
Yeah. We want to do like a big old sex episode. A big old juicy sex episode.
so if you have any more questions or stories to tell, please feel free
Yeah.
to share them with us.
I do want to hear some like really awkward like sex scenarios and like sex situations that have happened.
Please send us to us.
Make us feel better about our sex lives.
You can actually send us an email anonymously through our Linktree link, which you can find back across all our socials. So if you want to like send us something but you don't want to have your name shown, feel free to send it over there.
Yeah. Well, that's it for this week's episode. We hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I'm not really that sorry. But come back next week.
If you enjoyed watching or listening, don't forget to rate our show and please follow or subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.